So we've got 6 major updates about the Galaxy S26 Ultra, and today we're breaking them all down. What's up everyone? Maiky here. Let's jump right in. First up, the cameras. Now on paper, the S26 Ultra keeps the same setup as before, but there's a big change happening with the aperture, specifically on the main sensor and the 5x periscope lens. Earlier, we weren't sure how significant the upgrade would be, but now we know. According to Ice Universe, the main camera is moving up to f1.4 compared to f1.9 on the S25 Ultra. That's a 47% improvement, which basically means the lens will be able to let in 47% more light. Why is that a big deal? Well, faster shutter speeds, sharper details, way better low-light shots and videos, reduced noise, and more natural background blur. In short, your photos are going to look much closer to what you'd expect from a dedicated camera. Next, let's talk charging. The S26 Ultra is stepping up to 60 watts. Now, some people wondered, how much faster is that really? Well, the S25 Ultra charges to about 72% in 30 minutes. With the S26 Ultra, that number jumps to 90% in the same time. Ice Universe didn't confirm the full 0-100% figure, but with the usual slowdown near the end, we're probably looking at a full charge in roughly 40 minutes. And here's something interesting. Even though 60 watt might look modest compared to some Chinese flagships boasting 100 watt plus charging, Samsung is actually ahead in real world results. Take Huawei's 100 watt system, for example. It also takes about 30 minutes to reach the same percentage. Optimization is clearly playing a bigger role than just raw numbers. Now, on to the S26 Edge. We already knew it was getting thinner, but now we've got the exact figure, just 5.5 millimeters thick. That's 0.3 millimeters slimmer than the S25 Edge. Doesn't sound like much, but here's the crazy part. Samsung still managed to fit in a 4,200 milliamp hour battery, which is 300 milliamp hours bigger than last year's model. So not only is it slimmer, but it also lasts longer. And if you saw that rumor about a 4,400 milliamp hour battery, yeah, that was wrong. 4,200 milliamp hours is the confirmed Gun Club nailed it. Meanwhile, the S26 Pro is also getting a boost from 4,000 to 4,300 milliamp hours. So basically, every model in the series is seeing a bump in battery life except the S26 Ultra. And honestly, that's a bit of a disappointment. It's the most expensive phone in the lineup, yet it's the only one without an upgrade here. Now, here's where things get funny. Apple's iPhone 17 Air, which is supposed to go head-to-head with Samsung's Edge lineup, is rumored to come with just a 2,900 milliamp hour battery. Yep, in 2026, on a massive 6.9-inch phone. Sure, Apple's great at optimization, but at some point, numbers just matter. Realistically, that thing probably won't even last a full day. And if you're recharging it twice daily, the battery is going to degrade fast. Within a year, it'll feel like you're using a phone that has to live on the charger. So in this thinnest phone race, Samsung clearly takes the win. Thinner design, bigger battery, more cameras, and no compromises. Moving forward, let's talk AI. We knew Samsung was adding more AI features beyond Gemini and Bixby, and now that's officially confirmed by a Samsung exec speaking to Bloomberg. They're actively exploring both OpenAI and Perplexity AI. That means you won't just be locked into one option. In fact, Perplexity is expected to be deeply integrated into Samsung's apps, including the browser and even inside Bixby itself. Personally, I'll stick with Gemini, but more choices are always better. And I'm curious to see how Perplexity performs. On the software side, the S26 Ultra will ship with One UI 8.5, which will be a bigger jump compared to One UI 8. More changes to both design and user experience. As for S25 Ultra owners wondering when they'll get One UI 8, Samsung confirmed it's rolling out in September. But fair warning, it won't be a massive visual overhaul. Think of it more as a refined update than a complete redesign, which makes sense. One UI 7 already brought big changes, and no one really wants to relearn their phone every 6 months. And one last thing, Samsung's next tablet, the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra, is also set to launch next month. We just got our first real look at it, and I've dropped the link in the description if you want to check it out. That's all for today's updates on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Thanks for watching, have an awesome day, and as always, keep smiling. I'll see you in the next one.